Welcome to ABC 123 Trader. This is an introduction to the ABC 123 Market Scanner Indicator. The Market Scanner Indicator is another data mining tool, same as the Time Scanner. And what we do is we data mine the markets to project future events. So what we try to do is there are, as you can see on the very bottom, there are times. There are peak times and valley times, and there's a whole bunch of different crazy numbers all over the place. But what I'll show you is how to read this market scanner more efficiently. What you'll notice is, because I'm recording this on the weekend, you're not going to see any weekend data here. But you'll see peaks and valley times as well. Okay? Now, to use this indicator effectively, what we want to use this for is to try to avoid chop, and also to try to find areas of interest where trending can occur. So when you look at the reddish orange histogram versus the blue histogram, is the orange red histogram is previous market data. And the blue is what you're currently trading. And what we want to do is we want to find a correlation between the two. Now, when you look at what I call the market is kind of, I always say it's, you can actually see how the market moves. Can you please explain to me, if I see a big move like this on red, why at the same time the move pattern is similar? Now what I'm going to do is, there's a button up top that says normal. I'm going to invert the histogram, and as you can see, even though we had 1, 2, 3 waves here, even though it was opposite, it's still following the same peaks and valleys. Now, because I wanted to invert the histogram, I want to see if the pattern is the same. And as you can see here, while this is coming up in peaks and valleys, you'll see how a big peak comes up and a valley comes down. And you can see the patterns following the same direction over and over and over again. Now the other way I use this histogram is what I'll try to look for. This is a perfect example right here. Are long span time frames. The reason why I look for long span time frames is because if I take this arrow, let's say from 6:45 to 9:14, as you can see right here, I'm going to go as an arrow line here, 6:45, let's go straight up. Actually, I'll do a vertical line here. Let's see if I can get to 6:45 here really close to 9:14. As you can see, from point A to point B, look at your trend. Now we had a massive run from, let's say, from 9:44 to 11:16. So we'll go to 9:44 here to 11:16. And as you can see, the general trend, even though we had our peaks and valleys, was on the up direction. But also, now let's invert this chart again. The previous histogram had a peak and a valley and a peak. Well, guess what? We did the exact same thing. And that's the key to the market scanner. It's a very, very powerful tool. The key to use it is when you see groupings of a lot of numbers like this, 326, 933, 48, it could represent a lot of chop. So what you want to do is look for the longest time spans, correlate it to your trading plan, and away you go. There will be times, like as you can see, there's a violence section here, and we've got lots of times here, and we got a 3-step. That's fine, but the most safest conservative way is always to look for the longest time frames, and that will be your trend for today. There will also show certain areas when you start, if you start recognizing patterns of W patterns of trend changing, you can use this as like, convergence divergence. So you can see this is our first spike, our second spike, our third spike, and you can start seeing it reverse. So at 9:33, I'll get up here, let's check 9:33. On previous market history, as you can see, that was the peak here. This is how I trade it, and this is what I look for. It's a very, very powerful tool. It's an excellent tool for your arsenal. It takes time to get used to this one indicator, but when I use my morning analysis, and if I see that, I will look for the biggest gaps possible in order for myself to pinpoint trades to trade safe. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at ABC123Trader. There's a questions period there. Or join the Discord, because I'm on the Discord, and you can always ping questions for me down there. Other than that, you guys just take care and have a great day. Bye.